Leviticus, it said, for I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore sanctify yourself. He said about your name. And you shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shalt thou defile yourself with any manner of creeping thing that creep upon the earth. For I am the Lord that bring you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. Oh, Heavenly Father, in Jesus. God, I say right now, have your way in this place. Do what you decide to do, God, but have free course. God, I know in my eyes that I can see what the money spirit you desire for me to see. I know in my ears that I can hear directly from you. But God, most of all, I know in my mouth that I will say nothing of myself, God, but all that you give me to say. But God, your servant has something else to you. That you anoint your people here. That the way they came, they won't leave their way. God, send your spirit in this place to heal, to deliver, to set free. God, but most of all, have your way. And God, we forever give you the praise, we give you the thanks. In your Son Jesus' name we pray. And every heart can say amen, amen, and amen. I will be your captain today, and we'll be departing. And you can put on your seatbelt, put up your electronic devices. You won't be needing them on this ride. Bishop Miller told me that he believed that I could preach a word to his people. You know, people ain't talking about letting you preach a word to their people, to help their people. Because most preachers don't even care about their preaching. They people. But I got a demonstration. He said a rhema word, then he talks about a logos. Two different words. One comes from heaven, and one come out the Bible. Bacteria, germ. No way we can get away from it. When we get saved, we wish that it was possible that God could quarantine us. To get us away from all sin, because then we can stay saved, we can stay right with God. But something about God that he didn't want us to be quarantined like that, to be away from people. Now we're doing everything to get away from the world, and the world needs us. Come on. Black, nasty, don't know what it is. Bitter. And you say I can rub this all on me. I can tote it with me everywhere I go. It don't have nothing to do with me. It don't bother me unless I bother it. That's what sin do. Sin don't bother her. Sex don't jump on her. Lying don't jump on her. You have to bother it. This sin and this germ and this bacteria have nothing to do with you. But everybody wants to still sin and say they still saved. But Bishop Miller put a theme with it, says set aside for destiny. You can't be set aside for destiny unless you sanctify. I mean, pure, holy. And now we trying to get away with people telling me they're Baptist, they telling me they're this, they telling me they're missionary, they telling me all these things this. But a man is a triune being. Body, soul, and spirit. Y'all just ride with me this evening. I'm body. Say a white lamb? And we know how we do white. We don't like getting dirty. You know, don't expect to go in a coal mine and think you're going to come out white. It ain't going to happen. Don't expect to be around sin and think that you ain't going to get dirty. Let's go. But I'm the body. This soul and spirit. Y'all know anything about soul and spirit? Oh, yeah. It said body, soul, and spirit. Man is a triune being. Eternal as a spirit, he's a spirit being in him. And that's why God created us in his image, to make us spiritual, even though we don't look spiritual. He said we are souls. but we dwell in the body.
Yeah, right.
So it housed my spirit and soul, this body.
Yeah.
So each one of y'all houses a soul and a spirit.
Yeah.
Now how do your soul look? Because my body look good. Y'all talk to me. I look good. No, I'm clean. In other words, y'all will say I'm sanctified. You know what I'm saying? It said in 1 Thessalonians 5:23, it said, and the very God of peace sanctify you whole. See, he don't sanctify part of you. But y'all see this ain't bother me. Y'all see me, I ain't got dirt.
Not at all.
So most of us in here don't look dirty.
Come on now.
Not our body. It ain't bother me, it ain't got on this. But everything you do, you had to open it. You had to open sin up before the bacteria get you. See, a lot of us think we're going to heaven, but we in sin and our body look good because we come to church. We look good. But our soul, look at what happened. Something already done got me dirty. But even though I open it, it ain't bothering me. It still ain't got on my body. But when I want to play, but when I want to do me, when I want to go and get what the preacher said. Jesus. This my soul and spirit now. Why would I do that to my soul and spirit? Because really can't nobody see me. I was white all over one time.
Yeah.
And God coming back for what? Is they sanctified now? So this is how some of them look on the inside. Because all of us in church and all of them look like we just got it. Don't look over them. They got them red and black, but on the inside, what do they look like? How do y'all look on the inside? Y'all help me. Come on, y'all talk to me. You know, everybody used to get the promise of God. This is a good promise. Because if you looking like this, oh, you look nasty. But have y'all noticed? Ain't none of them got on me. So this is how we come to church. We come to church filthy. Because on the inside, we ain't sanctified. We ain't holy. That was 1 Thessalonians said, he said, and the very God of peace sanctify you whole. And pray God, your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless. And everybody trying to say now, I put people in hell. How I put you in hell? I preach about hell because you all not the one to go there. Yeah, I ain't put you in hell. That's your desire. How somebody gonna put you in hell when God don't give you the freedom to be saved and sanctified? He said, what, Terry, what? He said, man, the soul and body can be, soul and spirit can be divided. How can my soul and spirit be divided? By the word. See, we don't get in the word. We use the people up here telling us the promise of God, but you know you ain't right to get it because if you look like that, ain't no promises for you. Now you can jump and talk about I'm gonna be debt free, and when have you got debt free yet? Everybody been telling you them lies, have you got debt free yet? But if you want to be saved and sanctified, you got the promise of God because you can ask God what you want. But as long as I'm steady putting my hand in the cookie jar and just getting dirty, I'm getting filthy. But don't nobody know it because I still sing in the choir. I still usher. I still speak in some kind of tongue. But I don't know if it's God, I don't know what it is. But we get fooled by it because if you speak in tongues, people swear you got it. But we don't realize tongues is a gift. And everybody ain't got it. Yeah, I see. But I ain't, but Hebrews tell you, it said the soul and spirit can be divided. For the word of God is quicker and powerful and sharper and in the two-edged sword, piercing even dividing the son of the soul and spirit. So the word of God can divide you. But we'll get mad with the speaker because he ain't our business. But when you're supposed to be saved, you won't have no business. That's the problem with the church. Everybody want to be kissing cousins because, oh, this church do that and that church do that. You better try to get saved and sanctified. It's either holiness or hell. And everybody trying to act like I'm putting in hell because I'm confident in what I preach. I ain't coming here to put on no show. Bishop told me to come here and preach. So when I get through, Bishop gonna have to deal with y'all. I'm gonna put y'all back in Bishop's hands. He said, divide the soul and the spirit and the journey of the marrow and the discerner of the thought, the intents of your heart. See, God already knows what you're thinking about me already. I ain't got to sit here and figure that out. But I'm gonna do what I come to do because that's what God wants. He's telling us in Genesis 2:7, he said, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. And then you ever notice black, white, no matter what color you do, if you put on white and you put all the alcohol, rub all alcohol on you, it still show black. How do a white man show black when he white? Because it proves that God is for real, that all them dollars that he made us out of the same dirt that he did. So now it come up that we all dirty because we came from dirt. So that ought to prove you right there. There is a God. So now my question is, where you going to spend eternity being who you are? Not what God wants you to be. Because all of us got our own style. We think we can do whatever we want to do, when we want to, how we want to do it, and then talk about the preacher. I'm glad y'all talk about me, because all y'all putting y'all mouth on me from being, you're blaspheming because you knew what I was before you got where I was. He said the dust of the ground. He said he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Ain't nothing you did, ain't nothing your mom and daddy did. You became a living soul because he did it. And that's what he said, it's holy to hell. I said, church is IHOP. IHOP is holy to hell. Y'all see, IHOP don't change now, because when I put the message out there, they got it. He telling us that he wanted to be sanctified. He told us in Genesis 1:26, he said, and God let us make man. He said, let us make man our image and our likeness. Now we got it in him, but we ain't got it likeness. You know why? Because I was born with sin. So ain't nobody teach me how to lie. But he told me after, he said, Terry, you got to sanctify yourself. Bishop Miller can't sanctify me. My wife can't sanctify me. I know y'all believe that they pray for you, but you keep your hand in the dirty jar. And y'all don't think nothing wrong with it. You know why? Because y'all just like Adam and Eve. Ain't nothing happened to you yet for your sin.
Let's go.
I don't have to sin. And whenever I want to stop, I ain't got to bother. Now, how many are sanctified in the morning today? Or how many are going to lie until we sanctified?
Hallelujah.
Because all of them look like we sanctified because we know what to wear.
Oh, yeah.
But on the inside, how do you really look? Y'all tell me, how do I really, and nobody know that but you. When you deal with you, you know just how you look. On the inside, and the man might not know. But how you look? He said, God said, the image of life. We have his image, but we don't have it likeness. You know why? Too many of us got hate in our heart, that's what we say. We don't want to love our enemy, but we don't even want to love the people in the church. But he tells us to love our enemy. So if you don't love your enemy, and you don't love the people in the church, how you sanctify? Because you ain't seen God. It's what you said, I'm set apart. What you set apart for? For who? That man, that woman? Who you set apart with? And don't want everybody want to go to heaven, but don't want to get saved. Y'all talk to me. He said in Leviticus 27:8, he said, sanctify therefore and be ye holy. See, he keep talking about being holy, and everybody telling me there's something else. He's telling us to be holy. He said because he's holy. He said you got to sanctify yourself. When you're in the word of God, you know, everybody like being laying hands on them. Do y'all like being laying hands on them? I don't like being laying hands on them. Because too many people got bad, nasty hands like my hand. Their hands doing all kind of stuff. But when they come to these conferences and stuff, they want to lay hands on you, you don't know what they're going to do. And the Bible said don't lay hands on no man's son. But you know what? I'm laying hands on them right now. Because right now, some of y'all know y'all soul and spirit dirty. So I lay hands on you right there. I let you know some of y'all ain't saved. And I ain't coming just to talk to a new beginning. I'm talking to Cornerstone. We got some filthy jokers in Cornerstone that's gonna bust hell right open with the truth. And people, that's what I'm telling you. People don't want to change. They want to do them and still say they're gonna make it in. Yeah. Now I can lie to y'all and tell you, but lie ain't in my spirit.
Well, all right.
It says sanctify, set apart for destiny. That's what the word sanctify means. How many are set apart for destiny? Right now, if God was to come back right now, can he pick the best lady? Can he pick the best flower, the best rose? Can he pick you and say, this is mine, that's mine, this mine, this mine? Or will he do some skipping?
Come on. Yeah.
Because we think we can have sex and still we good with God. Because we ask God for forgiveness, not repentance. Because forgiveness means that you're going to do it again. Repentance means that you're going to stop. So the next time you do you, teach us. Until I open it. So the next time when you get close to having sex and you ain't married, say, I gotta put my clothes back on. So I can't do that. I remember that man coming that day. See, because you ain't there on the outside, you good on your inside. And that's the killer. The whole church, the church now is dead. Y'all look at it. Y'all look at it. I know y'all don't like to talk about it. Nobody like to talk about it. But a sister have no business playing God with you. But we don't do it because we like music.
Let's go. Yes, Lord. All right.
I got a church to go back to, so and I tell everybody I'm a B-52. You know, military people know what that is because them little jets and stuff, they say, pa, 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 pa. And pa, 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 and they shoot them whoosh. A B-52 open up the hat, and he drop all of it, close the hat, and go back, because he might not come back. So just in case I don't come back, open the hat. He said, sanctify yourself. He said, you got to sanctify yourself. And know why we know we ain't sanctified? Because he told in Romans 12, he said, I beseech you. He said, I beg, I encourage you, therefore, brother. You knew he was talking to the church. He said, by the mercy of God, that you present your body. And everybody coming, I don't put them in hell, but you ain't present your body. So you're going to hell because you ain't present your body. And the church good, because we'll give them the top part. Because you can see the top part. When I get home, Jesus, and I get so tired of the women in my church, they always tell me, I just don't know how I got there. Did you drive? Did you walk? You know how you got there now. Who can't pick you up? Did you get a taxi? You know, you got who pull your pants down, who pull your up, you know, who did it? You know, you trying to ask them, tell me you don't know how you did it. You see all them over there? All them bad working. I better teach y'all about them. And then they still don't want to be sanctified. This is what it said. He told you in Romans 11:16, he said, but it is the first fruit. Be holy. You're talking about God. If the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy. What about the branch? Because I know all y'all abide in God, don't you? Don't all of us in here abide in God? But you know abide means remain. So that means when you go home, you still ought to be abiding. You ought not to get mad and be cussing on the phone to your family member and then try to invite them to church and tell them you sanctified because they're going to tell you what, you know. One thing about the world, they can tell you how sanctified a person going to be, a saved person going to be. I can look at a lot of y'all and tell y'all ain't saved because right now y'all ain't shouting. Right now y'all ain't rejoicing. Right now you ain't smiling. Because now you realize one thing. You know, oh Lord, oh, he's still clean. But Lord have mercy, you talked about that song in spirit. I mean, it look like this. It's filthy. But you know, some of y'all don't like it till you get all the way black. They don't like when you got a little spots in this. You know, they would think about Chick-fil-A. You think about the cow. Chick-fil-A. Oh, shoot, I ain't that bad. Chick-fil-A. And some of us will say, but you know I still got some wife. No. Do you know Adam and Eve went to hell for one sin? And all they're trying to validate, I don't do much as the other person do. You still going to hell? They said, oh, he a hell preacher. I ain't no hell preacher. I'm a real preacher. He said, I beseech you therefore, brother, by the mercy of God, that you present your body a living sacrifice. And most of them gonna wait till we get old, crippled, on our back, and they will say, find the preacher. A lot of people look for Apostle Simon.
Come on.
Because one thing about this flesh, it'll never be saved. It won't what it won't when it want it, and when it crave for it, you can't say no to it because your flesh, it controls you. Not your body, it's your soul. Because your soul is your appetite and desire. It's what you used to. Your body don't do nothing either. You just in-house your soul and spirit.
Yeah.
Totally bad. He said, a living sacrifice. Then he said, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Can't nobody do it for you. Grandmama praying for you, sister praying for you, and some of y'all got a rabbit toe and a rabbit foot, and y'all trying to be lucky. Ain't none lucky people going to heaven. Only saved people going to heaven. He come in, he telling us, he said, look, he said, sanctify therefore and be ye holy. For I am the Lord your God, and you shall keep my statutes. That's the problem. Everybody got a problem with somebody preaching truth. They find something wrong with it. They say, man, he too hard. Every time he turn around, he condemning. Every time he turn around, he doing this. Every time he turn around, he doing this. He doing this. He doing this. Everything with life, you have to open it up for yourself. Sin is like a bad germ, a bacteria that grows that you cannot see. Can't none of us see the bacteria and the sin in it. Can't none of us see it. And can't none of us see your soul, what it look like. But it's what it says. They find ways to kill and stop germs and bacteria. The only way you can stop sin is stop doing it. There is no doctor, no medicine, or nothing can stop you from sinning. You have to sanctify yourself. You have to be set apart for destiny. And if you ain't set apart for destiny, I don't care how many people lay hands on you and tell you destiny, your dead end road is hell. Get mad with me if you want to. I don't make up my mind. Talk about me. Do whatever you want to. But I'm going to see Jesus. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's telling you these things. The devil had many tools, but a lie is the hammer that fit them all. Because you know most y'all, if I ask y'all how y'all live, you gonna say fine. Ain't nobody gonna own up and say, Pastor Simon, man, I'm so glad you came here. Because I thought I was right. I thought I was okay. But God, I didn't know I looked. Oh my God. Then we get bad at it. Boy, that don't look like a tree. See, we gonna sell. See, I know who you talking about, because I know who look like that. It's you. Because if you can look at somebody else, don't look at yourself. He told you to sanctify yourself. He didn't tell you to sanctify the tree. We always trying to sanctify somebody else and won't sanctify ourselves. And we dead in sin. We all in sin. All up to our neck. You know why? Because I love it. And every time we go to a funeral, this is what lie to us. Because everybody died. The preacher lied in the pulpit and said he was saved when he was 7. He 87 and ain't been back to church. And you get in the pulpit and get filthy because we lie to the people that sit out here. And then we sit out here and say, well, the Johnny went to hell. I ain't bad as him. I know I'm in. Not if you like that. Yes, sir. Ain't nobody going to heaven in sin.
No, sir.
And there's a way to stop sin. It's I-S-I-N. Take the I out, you. You won't sin. Take you out of sin, there won't be no sin. We do the sin ourselves because our mind is made up. We know sin. We know how sin feels. Don't y'all know how that feels?
Oh, yeah.
But we got to find ourselves. And that's what Paul was telling me in Leviticus. He said, for I am the Lord. He said, this is what God said. Your God. He said, you shall therefore sanctify yourself, and you shall be holy. So he said, not only sanctify yourself, but you should be holy. And we don't even want to be holy. Because we find something wrong with being holy because it ain't cool.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Let's go.
If holy was cool, all of us would be holy. But we got Methodist church, Baptist church, trailer church, and everything. We got all kind of church. And everybody do something different.
Come on.
But 1 Corinthians 1:10 said we should be all doing the same thing, same mind, same judgment. So, but now everybody telling me, you ain't going to go to hell because you're under grace.
Help us, God.
How many of y'all under grace?
Amen. Amen.
How many of y'all under grace? Don't be scared to say you're under grace now. You see that what I'm talking about? See, you don't even know what you're under. That's how you know we ain't sanctified. Because grace is a good thing. But grace is no good if you ain't sin. I had a friend that I tried to explain to him. He said, I'm under grace. Do you think God will take grace from me? I said, no, you take it away because you sin. He said, should we continue to sin? That grace about? He said, God, it's not me.
Yes, sir.
So if you're under sin, you ain't under grace.
Amen.
He said it was finished. That sin don't have dominion over you no more. So we sin because we want to. Y'all ain't got to say nothing. He said again in Leviticus 19:1-2, he said, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, you shall be holy, for the Lord your God is holy. So now why they keep talking about holy and then nobody want to be holy? Why they keep talking about being sanctified and ain't nobody sanctified? I'll talk to him. He said, and you shall keep his statutes and do them. I am the Lord will sanctify you. So the Lord still has to sanctify you because he wants to see if you white. But just not white, but it's your soul and spirit, because that's what he's coming back for. This going back to the dust. So my body is no good being sanctified. My body is no good getting the nice weave and the good makeup and the nice clothes and fit real good and looking all pretty and come to church and scrub my stuff. But at the same time, I'm dirty. I'm nasty. I'm no good. A man that told me one time, told me another time, he said, listen to the word foul. He said, sound filthy.
Yes, sir.
Vile, that's filthy. How many of us in the church today is vile, filthy? Your soul and spirit is just filthy. But you instruct your stuff like you just ashamed. You know how y'all walk in the church? No good and well. God will turn his nose up at you. Not that you're ugly, that you stink. Not that you're ugly, not that you ain't fine, you just stink. And that was the problem we got with the church. He said that, for I am the Lord your God, you shall therefore sanctify yourself, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall you defile yourself with any creeping sin that creep itself upon the earth. Wouldn't it be good if we can be quarantined? Wouldn't it be good if we could just do something? I know the church got you too, because we think we can buy this.
Come on.
I got a lot of people in our church. I keep telling them about their phone and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all that. Got to get upon. Well, half y'all put all y'all business on there. They know when you butt naked at home because it's out. Butt naked. You put it on Facebook. You put everything on Facebook, everything. I'm horny. On Facebook, what you putting on that for? Oh, y'all try to act like it ain't true. Some of y'all are gonna do. You put your body on there and want somebody to look at it. It's supposed to be sanctified for God, not sanctified for another man. favor anyway. But I ain't advertising my body for nobody. I'm married. Well, I'm single. But you want to be sanctified. Because we have another garment we wear out the church. You can't wear that at the church. Now, we can't wear that at the church. But Lord, when we get out the church, they say church over. Then they put on Facebook, church over. He your girl here, he your man here. But we try to buy to be holy. Prove it to the apostle. In Acts 8 and 20-22, it said, but Peter said unto him, thou money perish with thee. And everybody trying to sit and get some holy water from TDJ. How you get it over here? Everybody buying it. Everybody buying it. Man, I'll give you some oil and bless that thing myself because I'm sanctified. Hey, I don't need TDJ to sanctify me. No, I mean, I'm in the dark nothing. I need Jesus to the dark. And don't do what he said. He said, Peter said unto him, thou money perish. And everybody trying to get rich, but ain't nobody trying to get saved. Right. Bank account full, car, house, mansion, bull outside, monkey over here, you bought everything. But you're dead now, or you about to die, and your money can't change nothing. Because if Michael Jackson couldn't get buy his way back, and Whitney Houston couldn't buy her way back, what makes you know y'all ain't got no money? Y'all know y'all ain't got no money like that. He said, but if we try to purchase it, he said, because thou have thought that the gift of God may be purchased with money. Let me help y'all. They said, bring me $100, I'll get you debt free. They said, some sold 100-fold, 60-fold, 30-fold. Can I help y'all? I said, help me, apostle. I see everybody that says, some of y'all need the help, but y'all the one broke because they been giving y'all the money. That 100-fold, 60-fold, and 30-fold is talking about increase in the word of God. If you go to Luke 8 and 11, it said the word of God is the seed. So I'm planting seeds in you right now. I'm making you rich right now. If you just realize that you got to leave the cooking jar alone. This thing has kept many people from being saved. I'm not that you don't love God. You just love sin. I believe a lot of people, they love God. I believe they really want to be with God. But this thing right here, it made people walk away from holy. It made people walk away from God. It made people walk away from Apostle Symbol. That ain't asking for the money, ain't begging for the money. I'm trying to just get your nasty self saved. And we don't want to do it. But then when you die and start burning in eternity, it'll never stop. That's what I'm talking about. That don't scare me. I'm already dog skinny. And the sun hot enough. And I know if I go to hell, I like my steak well done. That means they have a grill on, right? So if I go to hell for eternity, I'm gonna be just like I like my steak, well done. But you ain't gonna die though. That's what I'm telling y'all. This is the thing y'all miss. You ain't gonna die. He said that the gift of God may be purchased with money. You thought. He said, thou have neither part of lie in this matter. For thy heart is not right in the sight of God. And y'all not sanctified, your heart is not right in the sight of God. Don't get mad with me because you're going to hell. I choose not to because he told me, Terry, you got to be sanctified. So I'm listening to God. I ain't listening to what y'all said. Telling you to do something. You know God still forgiving me. That don't mean you ain't going to hell. Y'all look at it. After he said, the day you eat, you're going to surely die. Then he tell them that. The day they eat, did they surely die? Huh? Most of y'all, the day they die, that way y'all keep sinning. Because you said they told Adam that, but he didn't kill them. but they were spiritually separated from God. They probably still going to church like y'all. He said, Terry, they just don't understand. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I love what Bishop Miller said, set apart for destiny. Now, the body, soul, and spirit, the trauma means, it said it's physical material like the body that you can see and touch. You can see them. But the soul, spirit, will, emotion, conscience, and so forth, you can't see it. It's intangible. So I can't see how my soul and spirit look. But if I live by the word, I know one thing. I got to be walking right. I got to be talking right. I got to do everything that God had asked me to do. He said, the soul and spirit and the heart, the conscience and the mind and emotion. He said, but the soul consists of the mind, which includes the conscience and the will and emotion. So these are things we can't see. I can't see how none of y'all feel. I told a girl one time we was in court and a child had got killed. And the judge, they had her on the crossfire. And she said, Pastor, I don't even know what to say. I said, tell him, if you can read mine, and you could have read your boyfriend's mind, then you could have stopped him. Because if they could have read Jeffrey Donaldson's mind, they could have stopped a lot of people from getting killed. But because we can't see the intangible thing. See, some of y'all said in y'all mind right now, I know if I die right now. Come on. I know my soul and spirit is really dirty. But I ain't gonna let nobody know. A lot of them right in here. See, I ain't even talking to y'all now. They dirty. They look just like that, are filtered in there. I might even take a whole bottle and just pour it on them for some of them. And them my men. But you know what? They don't want to sacrifice and become sanctified for God, even though they look like all of together. Yeah. But the only way we can be together, all of us got to be holy. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't tell you about their church because they're scared they leave. They leave me anyway all the time. So they leave me talking about them leaving. People don't care about leaving you. They don't care about who you is. When they get ready to go, they gone. So you trying to do that. But see, one thing that the church like is that PMS. Then where the church at. Then where the preachers at. They love power, money, and sex.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's why we can't preach the truth to people. Because we want power. We want the church to be full of, I don't care, we won't get another member. I got to preach to the one there and make sure that when they die, my hands are clean. I'm in the dirty. But that's our problem. Because we want power, money, and sex. But look, when I got born again, I got the Holy Ghost, I got power. Because he tell you gonna get power. I got money because I got faith. And I got sex because I'm married. You can get it legal. You can get it legal. And that's why I see the physical man is the lust of the flesh. See, that it's the physical desire make the lust of the flesh. He said these things are messed up. Then he said possession is power, which is the lust of the eye, because you see everybody else got it. That's why we see. A lot of the young people here, they see their friends happy on Facebook. All the people going to jail, all the people getting in trouble, doing all kinds of stuff. Getting drunk, crazy, essence, taking them out. They blowing them old cigarettes and stuff, getting inside messed up. And y'all think y'all missing something. Yeah. Let's go. Y'all ain't missing nothing. But see, they'll come around here and open it up. Open it up. They say, girl, you don't miss that. Man, you don't miss that. You can't even do nothing no more. Yeah. Man, we out here chunking it down. No. What y'all doing? What y'all chunking it down? Girl, no, Freddie's single now. Freddie was your old boyfriend. Freddie ain't got nobody now. Girl, you better come on back and get Freddie. Now you saving, no God been dealing with you, but now, hey. You gonna go to bed with me, you gonna wake up, you gonna be burned up. But we play with it, we play with it, we play with it. Don't it sound funny? But what'll make you laugh and make you cry? Because a lot of y'all won't identify that you're dirty.
Come on.
I know I have hoes I know. I love women. I get through one ride down the road, look at another, and want that one too. Look down the road, go down the road, look at another, I want that one too. Any of y'all do that? Y'all ain't gonna tell me. Y'all ain't gonna tell me. Do not. No, y'all ain't tell me. One thing about positive, you tell me. I ain't do a lot of stuff. I ain't do dope and all that stuff. But one look here, look here, look here. When that thing is there you go, there you go. Oh, you know some of y'all, you know that dance get some of y'all. Oh, come on. I want you to dance in church now. And a lot of them miss our children up. The reason why we miss our children because y'all think they don't pay no attention at home. Them conversations y'all be having with the person in their home.
Jesus.
Y'all be
My God. Well,
talking about it. Oh yeah. He said in 2 Peter 2 and 20, he said, now a lot of them got saved. See, they were gonna mess these saved people that came in the church, Prophet Miller. They come in the church and they get saved, and then they go back out and think they good. You know, because, you know, I just don't go to your church no more, but I'm good. But our church had you sanctified. I was trying to tell you looking like you were pure, that people knew you had changed. But let me just tell you, let me just help y'all right now. See, let me tell you this, in 2 Peter 2 and 20, he said, for if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of the Lord. So everybody got knowledge of the Lord, even tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He don't want you like that. He wants you sanctified. He don't want you playing church. He wants you to be the church. Because he ain't coming back for the building. He coming back for me. He come back for you. But look what he said. He said, this will give a lot of people. He said, knowledge of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He said that they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse. So that means when you came to God and you knew about God, you got God, and then you walked away from God, then he said, now, it would be better that you ain't never knew him. So since I preach truth, everybody that heard the truth that came out of my mouth, the latter end. Even though you still, and right now, it said the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. For it had been better for them not to hear what Pastor Simon has said in the way of righteousness. Then after they have known it, turn from the Holy Commandment. Turn from the Word of God. It get bad. They put me on the radio. Ask me why. Because I talked about Fat Nasty Johnny that they got preaching everywhere, and the keyboard everywhere, knowing he's a big nasty sister, big shoulder blade, and he's there pressing around like he's a man, a woman, and y'all sit there and laugh at that big nasty sister. He's a sister, he's a disgrace to God, and we allow him to pay God the house. And then we sit there and glorify him. He was talking like a woman. Hey, girl, y'all better stop. And y'all sit right there and play with it. That's a disgrace and abomination to God. And the church of Pensacola is promoting it. But they put him out the radio and supposed to be a holding, saves radio station. And they trying to make that legal. This is what it said in Proverbs 20 and 27. Any of y'all sanctified? Amen. Let me do y'all like that. Do y'all. Come to me. Yeah. See that daddy on him? Y'all think I'm talking to them, baby. Look at them. They get this all the time. Look at them. They just dead over there. I ain't scared of talking about niggas dead. They can leave if they want to. That's the problem. When you saved and sanctified, you ought to be rejoicing over there. You ought to be able to shout. Because you ain't got to worry about it.
Don't do it.
You don't understand. This is part of me. Even though I come to your church, All my men was over there looking at the billboard or something. Let me see. That ain't on. Look at that over here. Why they look at that over there? I'm going to over here. That's what I'm telling you. They ain't seeing over there. It ain't no sin. But you got to preach hell about it, scare hell about it. You got to tell them. They know that now this demonstration, God won't build. See, I'm going to tell you what my members thought. See, I preached it one time before, but I put the dirt on my road. So when they see that, they say, oh, Apostle, the dirt in the road. No, I'm going to let y'all body stay clean. I'm talking about that thing that don't take nobody to see. All them folks see that, they thought it was over there. So they said, oh, I got this shit. Apostle. Well, he finna preach to them, he finna get them. And remember how I'm talking about the spirit and the soul, I don't got them. Because that's what they're on them. They come to church clean. Yeah. See, Pastor Miller, you thought you was inviting me to preach to your people. I told you that why I bring them with me. In Proverbs 20:27 said the spirit of the man is a GPS system.
Yeah.
It said, y'all family, y'all don't let me scared to get in on a Bible. You can now use your electronic device. Because some of y'all will bring y'all Bible. Get your phone, I'm gonna let you use it now because I want you to get Proverbs 20:27. It said, the spirit of a man is the counter of the Lord. In other words, he said your inside is lit up.
Yeah, my God.
He said, I got a GPS system in all y'all. So when y'all creep at 12 o'clock when I'm asleep, y'all worry about me. I ain't got no GPS system in me. Yeah, but God got a counter that's inside you. That he knows just where you at. Nigga, can I ask you a question? Nigga, something, can I ask you a question? Is that Cornerstone?
Oh, yeah.
You know you're hollering, that's a lie, you ain't right with me. Keep telling y'all about lying. All lies you're gonna have their part. You got to present this thing to God, a living sacrifice. You can't hold it. This is what he said. He said the spirit of a man is the count of the Lord, searching all the inward part of the belly. He said God can search all the inward part and he ain't got to do no surgery. You know, like mother. I like mother. Any of y'all go to Illinois?
Yeah.
Mother, can I get that mother? And see, you can't tell a mother 50 dirty until you move the gut. Right. And I used to hear my grandparents say, baby, scrape that black stuff out the inside of the mother, because they said there's supposed to be some kind of pause, and that's what they said. Once your spirit and soul get dirty, you got to repent. You got to get rid of it. Throw it down, break it, get rid of it. Because another thing, this do not bother you. Y'all see that nothing get on me, and even though I handle it. He says, set apart for destiny. There's no way you're going to be set apart for destiny if you don't line up the word of God. Amen. You can come to New Beginning all you want. You can go to Apostle Clark Church. You can go anywhere you want to. Cornerstone. I preach them like all the time. Yeah. All of them are saved and sanctified. Amen. They don't even know what I'm preaching.
Jesus.
Amen. Well, that's just how it is. Tell them how y'all ain't mad with me. No. Oh, I ain't mad with y'all. They ain't want to set that. No, Pastor, you gonna set me up. And as I close, I'm close. Jeremiah, the 6th chapter. And this is why people have problems, because every man of God should be called to guide his people the right way. Can y'all give me a little soft music so we can calm the savage beast? Play my song. They going to the concert tomorrow anyway. Play my song. They're going to the concert. Play it for them. Maybe I'll sell a cup of tea. It said, Jeremiah the 6th chapter, beginning at the 10th verse. He said, to whom shall I speak? If I told Bishop Bill, I called him and said, man, what you want me to talk to your people about? Because he was concerned about y'all. See, a lot of preachers are concerned about me. He's concerned about y'all. That's good to have somebody concerned that wants somebody to bring a word to help his people. I'm serious. He said, to whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? In Revelation, he said, he that has an ear, let him hear. He talked to the 7 churches, and all 7 churches, he said, he that has an ear, let him hear. Ain't that something how God gives us 2 ears and 1 mouth? And we use the mouth more than we use our ears? Because it's hard to listen. Especially when our ears don't want to hear the truth. And that's why he said, to whom shall I warn? Who shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? He said, behold, he said, look, their ears is uncircumcised. And that they cannot hearken. He said, behold, he said, look, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. And that was the word that come when you hear the truth. It's a reproach to you because it come against everything that you like. But look at my still white child. How do my inside look? How do your inside look? He said, they have no delight in it. They have no delight in my word. They don't have no delight. Then the 16th verse said, thus said the Lord. He said, stand ye in the way of Apostle Silver and see and ask for the old path, holiness, sanctification. Ask for the old path. He said, don't mourn the ancient landmark that was set for your father. Don't you come back and change it. And now everybody's trying to change it because they're trying to make the church look like the world. Because the world has gotten to the church. This is what he said. He said, ask for the old path. Where is the good way? I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. He said, I am the way. He said, but Apostle, ask for the way. Y'all see it in the word? He said, walk therein, and you shall find rest for your soul. That soul, you will find rest for your soul. But they say, and the same thing the church is saying today, they say, when they hear the truth, they say, man, he too hard, he got an anger problem, he ain't serious about it. But I ain't asking for a dime, I ain't asking for no money, I ain't trying to make you feel good, I just gave you what God said. He said, you shall therefore sanctify yourself. Can't nobody sanctify you. I don't care how much mama don't pray for you. She prayed long enough that you can hear the word of God that you can change. He said, look, he said, you shall find rest for your soul. But they say, we will not walk therein. Pastor, I don't care what you say. If I look like that, let me look like that. It's my life. All the stuff I'm told I'm doing, they still say, they say. They walking the way they want to walk. And every time they walk, they're the way they're walking into the scripture. I ain't mad with them. He said, also, I set thee a watchman over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. Cry loud, spare not, Apostle Silver. Cry loud, spare not. He said, but they say, we will not hearken. They started talking back. I ain't gonna do it. I don't care what you said. Preach to them, tell them, talk to them, whatever. But they said, he said, therefore, hear ye nation, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear ye, O earth. Behold, he said, look, I will bring evil upon this people. even the fruits of their thought. He's talking about mess of their thought. I'll give them a reprobated mind. I'll make them feel good about what they're doing. At the same time, I got a place for them. That's where y'all live. That's the way y'all live. Y'all ain't worried about the soul and the spirit. Y'all worry about this thing right here. Exercise, profit, live. We worry about getting this body in shape. How much I eat, how much I look. How do I look? Who you looking good for? It ain't God. He said, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruits of their thought, because they have not hearkened unto my word, not to my law, but rejected body, soul, and spirit. Pastor, some of my body look good, but I know what I've been doing. My soul and spirit don't look that good. So I look good. And as I close, Deuteronomy 30 and 19, he said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Since you won't halt, since you're going to do it the way you want to. He said, I call heaven and earth against every person in here today that chooses not to be sanctified. He said, I call heaven and earth against you, that I have set for you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. He said, I ain't gonna give you an answer. Choose life. If we choose to do what we want to do, we kill the children. Yeah, we might not see it now. Man, Pastor, you just don't understand. Yes, I do. This is what I understand. A cell phone without a battery is useless. A good talk without a screen is useless. Life without God is useless. I know what God told me to preach here. And I know where your heart is. But this one night, we ought to search ourselves. And we ought to really say, we don't have to be talking about my neighbor and all that. We ought to say, well, man, for real.
Yeah.
Because it's intangible that where my mind is. What I'm thinking. What's really in my heart. What's in my intellect? What my conscience saying? Who will that I got? Is it my will or is it God's will? Who? If you're sanctified, all of you is sanctified. You should never look like this. You should let something like this get you. Because if you were sanctified, he quarantined you with sanctification. He quarantined you with holiness. He did quarantine you because he told you sanctify yourself. Holy is set apart for the master you, not for nobody else to be using you. You should therefore sanctify yourself.